Here we go now.
Magandang gabing muli sa inyo mga kaibigan. It's another Wednesday evening here at NEGOSSENTIALS. Magkakasama-sama na naman tayong muli for another hour to discuss business here in the show. Kami po ang inyong collaborative Nego Kasosyo at ito ay makikita lamang o mapapanood lamang dito sa The Boulder Channel. Kumusta po ang inyong Wednesday evening? Isa pong maulan, mahangin, pero hopefully hindi naman maging malamig na gabi ito para sa inyo, no? Mga kasosyo, tuloy lang po kayo dito sa NEGOSSENTIALS. Ito po ang online guide natin at partner natin in promoting and of course, showcasing businesses, no? Mga local businesses na maaring lumang businesses na maaring nagsisimula pa lamang, mga bagong nagsisimulang muli na mga businesses. Sabay-sabay po tayong may inspire, matututo syempre, at mag-enjoy sa mga kwento ng tagumpay at challenges ng different business owners na ating makakapanaya, makakasama for the next hour. Ang ating pong show ay mapapanood sa Kumu, sa YouTube, at sa Facebook, no, ng live. If you just channel in at the Boulder Channel. Okay, ngayong gabi po, very interesting ang ating topic, no, for discussion, and we will be joined by two guests, no? And may surprise guest din pala, pangatlong surprise guest towards the end of the show, who will participate in the discussion ng topic na gustong-gusto nating lahat, ang pagpapaganda. Ayan. Kung kilala po ninyo ang legendary icon, actress na si Sophia Loren, siguro po yung mga kaedaran ko ay kilalang-kilala ito. Maaaring yung mga mas bata sa amin, hindi masyadong familiar. But what's important is for me to quote what she said, yung sabi niya, beauty is how you feel inside and it reflects in your eyes. It is not something physical. Ayan. Marami po sa ating magre-react dyan. Totoo naman yon, hindi ba? Ang beauty is beyond what you see from the outside, no? Kung anong nasa kalooban, yun ang maganda. At it's not enough na maganda lamang ang physical appearance natin. But whether we like it or not, ladies and gentlemen at mga kaibigan, alam natin na sa panahong ito ay binibigyan na rin natin ng halaga at atensyon at investment, in fact, no? Ang enhancement ng ating physical appearance, especially with availability of several clinics, technology, know-how on how we can enhance our physical appearance. It's just, so tempting to go for it and explore the possibilities on how we can make ourselves look better. Kung anuman po ang inyong edad, anuman ang inyong ginagawa sa buhay, marami po sa atin ang very interested to explore the possibilities, hindi ba? Yan po ang ating pag-uusapan ngayong gabi. Kaya ngayon, mga kanegosyo, ay meron po tayong mga guests, no, na veterano sa larang ito. Unahin na natin. Hindi na tayo magtatagal. Unahin na natin. Kasi kanina sa backstage, marami na rin kami mga napagkwentuhan. And it's a very interesting discussion that we had earlier that we would like also to share with you, no? Ang una nating guest ngayon at makakasama ay ang CEO and founder of Royal Prince Asthetics and Slimming Center. Walang iba, syempre, ang pangalan niya mismo ang nagdadala ng business na ito. Si Mr. Prince Hernandez. Are you there, Prince?
Yeah, I'm here, Ellen. Good afternoon.
There you are. Good evening na. Inabutan na tayo ng evening. Kanina, good afternoon. Nung nasa backstage tayo. Good evening. Prince, please greet our friends watching right now.
Good evening to everyone, especially yung NEGOSSENTIALS followers and my friends, of course. So, I'm Prince Hernandez. I am the CEO and founder of Royal Prince Asthetics and Slimming Center.
Yan, narinig ko pa lang yung aesthetics and slimming. Very interesting na yung pwede nating pag-usapan dito, no? Simulan nga natin doon sa pangalan. Very obvious naman na pangalan mo ang pinanggalingan nitong Royal Prince Asthetics bilang Prince Hernandez, ano? But how did you come about the business, no? Paano mo to sinimulan? Bakit mo to sinimulan? Ito ba ay area of interest sa'yo? Pangarap mo ba talaga itong business na ito? Ito ba ay influence ng isang tao or mga taong malapit sa'yo? Give us a brief background on that one. Bilang negosyante, paano mo to sinimulan?
Alright. Actually, it's an unplanned business. Hindi sinasadya. Kasi I used to work in Prada for 8 years in Singapore. And then I decided to resign and stay na lang sa Philippines, no. However, wala pa akong trabaho nung nag-resign ako. But because I work in Prada, we used to go to aesthetic clinic, of course, to maintain yung face namin para pag humaharap kami sa kliyente, maayos, makinis, and updated yung face lagi. So pag uwi ko ng Pilipinas, I don't have budget na anymore kasi free ng Prada yun eh. Libre kami sa aesthetic. So sabi ko, why I just buy my own machine na lang. So bumili ako ng machine and started with, my friends. They asked me, I try also. So I try ko sa kanila. And then yung mga friends nila, willing na magbayad sa akin. Prince, bayaran kita, i-facial mo naman ako, i-RF mo naman ako. So, doon nag-start. So, it's really unplanned without knowing na meron pala akong passion sa aesthetic. And then, yeah.
Oh my God. Prince, hindi pala natin yan napag-usapan sa backstage, no? But that's very interesting to hear, no? Na hindi siya planado. And it can actually happen sa isang businessman na it just happens, no? Parang out of your need, nagsisimula sa pangangailangan mo, and then you realize and you discover your own interest and bukang passion mo na yata ngayon ang enhancement din. Oh, that's very interesting.
And then the good thing is, I started from the scratch. Wala talaga. isang bed lang. Isang bed na kailangan lang talaga. And ngayon, I have 8 branches na. So, in 3 years.
Oh, congratulations! That's so inspiring. Interesado ako malaman yung 8 branches na yan because from our discussion, apparently, the 8 branches are mostly, where, if not at all, no, if not all pala, are located in the southern Luzon area, southern Tagalog to be specific, Batangas, Cavite, etc. Can you cite kung nasaan yung 8 branches and share mo naman, bakit ka nagko-concentrate dun sa areas na yon?
First, kasi
ka ba?
I live in Batangas. So, of course, yung unang branch ko sa hometown ko, which is Balayan, Batangas. And then, nagkaroon ako ng branch also sa Rosario, Batangas. Pinranchise siya nung isa kong katrabaho sa Prada. Hernandez. And then, so nag-franchise siya, lalo ako nagtiwala sa sarili ko kasi, wow, nagugustuhan na rin ng ibang tao and they're willing to buy it. So, nagtayo na rin ako sa Nasugbu, nagtayo na ako sa SM Lipa, nagtayo na ako sa even in Lago de Oro in Calatagan, and then Dasmariñas, SM, Centro Malinary, and Lucena branch. And we have actually also in Bukidnon and Cabanatuan.
Oh, medyo nahiwala yung dalawang yun, ano?
Nahiwalay na, lumalayo na.
Lumalayo na.
Pina-franchise na po kasi ng ibang tao yung brand.
All right.
So, yun, din nag-start.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's so good to hear. Talagang nagtuloy-tuloy siya, no? Yung what you said nga to be hindi naman nakaplanong business. Now, 8 branches in a span of how long? I heard that you just started at the peak of pandemic.
During nagkaroon ng pandemic, nag-close yung Aesthetic, di ba? Nag-close tayo noon for almost 4 to 6 months. So, parang 2 years and 4 months lang nung nabuo yung 8 branches.
Wow. That's a record to break.
Every 3 months.
Interesting. And the notice ko, mga probinsya ang branches na ito. What about the provinces? Meron ka bang masasabing insight dyan, no? Bakit mas marami sa probinsya ang tinatayong franchises?
I decided na sa province na lang muna ako mag-focus kasi medyo madami ng aesthetic clinic sa Metro Manila, sa NCR. So sabi ko, mostly yung mga taga-province, tinatamad na sila pumunta ng Manila. Kasi gagastos sila ng pamasahe nila or gasoline. And then, kakain sila, of course. Where kung nasa province yung clinic mo, it's just a neighbor, pwede ka na lang mag-visit anytime you want. And yung babayaran mo, yung mismong gagawin na procedure lang sa'yo. Walang gastos masyado. And then,
the travel. At saka yung oras going to the city.
Pag uwi mo ng bahay, kung nagpa-facial ka or nagpa-tightening ka, di bagsak na ulit yung dahil sa...
Diba? Dahil lang sa biyahe. So, is it fair to say that most of your clients are also from the nearby areas?
Yes, but surprisingly, we have branch in SM Lipa. And nagulat ako, sabi nung isang manager namin doon, "Sir, marami nagpupunta dito from Parañaque." Bumibisit just to have our glutathione drip kasi may sarili kaming timpla ng glutathione. So, of course, provided by our doctor. Our doctor is Dr. Emily Sibilia. Yeah.
I see. Interesting na yung nasa Maynila, no? The city dwellers naman ang pumupunta sa province. So, but of course, you can tell naman na malapit na rin yung Parañaque, no, to Batangas. It's more convenient probably to go there. Speaking of glutathione, isa ito sa mga produkto na or services that you offer, no? Isa ba to sa bestsellers or meron kang pwedeng i-mention na mga best-selling services, treatments, or actual products, no, na binabalik-balikan ng iyong mga suki?
Actually, 2 years ago, kung manonotice nyo sa picture ko before, medyo round yung face ko. Bilog siya, as in bilog.
Ikaw
no?
mismo.
Yeah, bilog mismo.
Oh, nice.
Face ko.
Okay.
And then, I used to try my machine. This is the face sculpting where kaya niyang i-reshape yung face mo sa gusto mong way. Kaya niyang i-V-shape. It's a face sculpting technology na meron yung Royal Prince. Yun yung binabalik-balikan. Kasi uso yung mga Korean ngayon, di ba? Yung mga okay, pa B-shape.
Hugas bigas ang sabi dyan, hindi ba? Okay.
Medyo mahaba tong baba na, ano mo, B-shape. So, yun. So, yun yung bestseller namin aside from glutathione.
I see,
And of course,
okay.
yung facial namin na high-tech kasi, all-in-one na siya.
All right. Two things ang na-notice ko sa binanggit mong yan, ano. Una is it's not even a problem solving service. It's enhancement. Ganun ba? Enhancement yung pinupuntahan.
Non-surgical and non-invasive procedure. So, although like na like ko din naman yung mga surgical kasi I had it also. Pero yung mga takot sa non-surgical procedure, then pinipili nila yung mga machine technology.
Okay. So that's the first thing that nice. That's the first thing that I noticed, no? Yung hindi naman problema yung ipinupunta nila doon sa shop, no? But rather, physical appearance enhancement service yan, yung pagpapa-reshape. And you mentioned if that's the best-selling service, enhancement service, nakafocus sa mukha. Bakit sa mukha?
Uso na kasi ngayon yung TikTok, Facebook account, Instagram, di ba? So, they really wanted na gayahin yung mga magaganda na nakikita nila sa online. So, di ba? Kasi, wow, ang ganda naman niya or ang gwapo naman niya. I want it also. So, and then, magpapalabas kami ng mga procedure, mga marketing plan, promotion sa online. Then, nagpupunta sila sa clinic namin. Kaya malaking tulong talaga yung marketing promotion sa social media.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. So, it's the shop is Skinssentials and slimming as well, hindi ba? Meron ka ring mga serbisyo na para sa katawan, no? Are you saying mas sikat pa rin ang mga serbisyong face-related?
Of course. However, nakakagulat, isa sa mga concern babae is yung arms nila.
Kasama na ako dyan.
Gusto nila mag-wear ng, spaghetti ba yun? Sleeveless.
Sleeveless, yan. Okay.
Medyo malaki yung braso, medyo hindi nila agad may susuot yun. So, may mga technology kami na pangpaliit ng braso, non-surgical way. And it's almost instant kasi you will see the result every session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mukhang makikita tayo. Kasi mga binabanggit mo, nagre-resonate talaga sa akin. But I am surprised to hear that braso is becoming a popular, is already the popular concern for women. Anong nangyari sa tiyan? Hindi ba tiyan has always been a popular tummy tuck? Ano ba yung mga sinasabing mga pampaliit ng tiyan? Marami pa rin bang nag-a-avail niyan?
Yes, marami din. However, minsan sabi ng client, maitatago ko yung tiyan, pero yung braso ko, kitang-kita talaga.
That's a very good insight at very true din 'yun, ano? Oo nga naman, nasa tropical country tayo, mainit, ako nga naka-long sleeves pero laging manipis ang mga damit ko. That's a very good insight. So mas priority ang ang braso ngayon.
However, marami din naman client na slim sa amin, nagpapa-slimming, no? We have the cavitation machine where actually i-burst out niya yung mga fat cells mo, and then aside from that, ita-tight niya yung skin mo para talagang naka-curve yung body ng patient. So, yun, doon sila medyo na-addict talaga magpabalik-balik sa clinic.
Okay.
Samahan mo pa nung mga 5+1 promos, buy one, take one, yung mga ganyan. So, lalo silang natutuwa.
Alright, very generous. Now, you're talking about pabalik-balik. This is my question. Di ba ang sabi nila, I have not gone and I've not gone through any of the procedures, kaya curious ako. Yung mga procedures ay kailangan ng maintenance, no?
Yeah.
Kailangan mong ibalik-balik. How can you, can you elaborate more on that one? Hindi ito pwedeng 1 beses, 2, 5 beses. Totoo bang bumabalik din yung luma mong situation kapag hindi ito na-maintain?
Marami actually nagsasabi na kapag ba natapos yung session ko, ganito na ako habang buhay. yung, yung lagi naming answer, of course, we age. Di ba? Mapaliit namin yan, you still keep on eating, kakain ka pa rin, madadagdagan pa rin. That's why, kung before, nung first time mo nag-visit sa amin, sasabihin namin sa'yo, you need to come back every 3 days or 1 week, siguro pag na-achieve mo na yung goal na shape mo, hindi mo na kailangan malimit. Like, once a month visit na lang, just sa maintenance na lang talaga. Pero yung sasabihin mo na hindi ka na babalik, well, tataba ka ulit because bumabagal yung metabolism ng katawan as we age, di ba? Para lang din yung nagpunta ka ng salon, nagpa-haircut ka, kung lalaki ka, of course, babalik ka ulit next month. Nagpalinis ka ng kuko, babalik ka ulit next month.
Kasi may nangyayari sa iyong katawan. Of course, hindi naman part ng ating topic, no, yung internal maintenance mo, no, lifestyle, yung nutrition mo and everything else, no. Hindi natin yun itatackle, but kasama din yun, hindi ba? Kasama din yun. Okay. I heard also na it's a general conversation in the field of aesthetics na marami na ang male. Hindi na ito mundo lamang ng mga kababaihan. Marami ng mga kalalakihan who who don't care about getting aesthetics treatment or enhancements, physical enhancement treatments. Totoo ba ito?
Actually, it all started with yung consciousness and insecurities ng mga male kasi. Why? Diba? Ang daming lumalabas, especially sa TikTok, pagandahan ng katawan, palabasan ng abs.
Mga lalaki yan.
Oo, di syempre kung lalaki ka din, gusto mo din, di ba? Di ba? I want to achieve that type of body para pagkaguluhan ako ng chick. So, nagpupunta sila ng clinic. Kaya napakalaki talaga ng contribution ng social media sa mga aesthetic clinic. Kaya sumikat yung aesthetic clinic nung nag-start yung Instagram, Facebook, especially nung nag-TikTok. Nag-boom ang aesthetic clinic.
Okay, now speaking of boom, so marami ng lalaki. Ito bang mga kalalakihan, pwede mo ba itong i-profile o it cuts across various profiles? Bata, may edad, single, married, ano yung mga na-encounter mong kliyente?
Most of the client start from 17.
Wow!
8. Kasi that's the time na lumalabas yung mga pimples nila.
Okay.
Kasi pag bata dyan lumalabas. So, nagiging conscious sila. Kasi, of course, pag nag-TikTok sila or Instagram, makinis yan. Pero pag minute na nila yung ka-meeting nila, gusto nila, kung ano yung itsura nila dun sa social media account nila, same din kapag nakipag-meet sila sa labas.
Kaya, because in social media or sa online, mayroon ng enhancements, may digital enhancement tayong pwedeng magawa dyan, filter, etc., etc. Right?
Exactly. Kaya nga, meron ako sa TikTok na mga free. Namimigay kami ng mga libreng procedure sa TikTok. And, na-notice ko, parang nasa 70% of our viewers and followers is male.
Oh, wow. Interesting. And again, anong most common treatment? Sabi mo kanina facial concerns like pimples. But you also mentioned merong katawan, pagpapaganda ng katawan.
Magugulat ka kung ano yung favorite nila at gustong-gusto nilang ipagawa. Nose.
All right. Ang ilong nating mga Pinoy, hindi ba? Okay.
Nose and of course yung skin nila, gusto nila makinis talaga sila.
Yan ang unang-una sa mukha, no?
Yeah.
Ang ilong at ang balat. Okay.
Yeah.
Ang hindi naman nagpapalaki ng mata, hindi ba? Dahil talagang ang Pilipino hindi naman common na malaki.
Fox eye.
Yeah, really? Yung katawan, meron din pero hindi yun ang unang prioridad.
Sa male kasi mostly mga payat sila kasi they are the active ones eh. So, face talaga.
I see.
Pag mga 30s, 40s yan, may mga male kami na nagpapatami para mag-flatten. Especially mga police.
Totoo ba? That is the biggest surprise. Really? Okay.
Na parang dapat ma-maintain nila yung size nila eh. Yung weight nila, yung tummy nila. Para maganda sila sa uniform. So, gulat ako, maraming police na
I think it's also it's also a policy na yata na meron sila talagang bawal na ang pulis sa malaki ang tiyan. That's funny and interesting,
Diba?
but for real.
Ah,
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, Prince. All right. Meron tayong accommodate muna na isa pang guest, Babalikan kita, ha, because there's still a lot more to talk about this topic later on. Very insightful yung mga contributions mo sa first 20 minutes natin. We'll accommodate our next guest, pero pag nagbalikan tayo later, pag-usapan pa natin yung iba pang interesting areas of the business. Okay? Thank you so much, Prince. I'll see you again in a while. So, mga kasosyo, marami akong narinig doon sa topic na yun, yung mga popular na treatments na binabalik-bilikan sa Royal Aesthetics, no? And we don't stop there. We will continue talking about the same topic. We'll continue to talk about aesthetics, beauty enhancements, physical appearance enhancements, with another guest this time. Ngayon naman, ang ating pag-uusapan, pagbabalik natin ay magfo-focus sa mga services at products na ino-offer ng Medical Director and Principal Cosmetic Surgeon at Slate Medical Group, si Dr. Maika Slatenšek. Pero before that, ito muna ang ilang videos natin.
With PasaJob, di lang mag-apply ang pwede mong gawin. Pwede ka rin mag-refer ng friend for a chance to get paid. That's right! PasaJob rewards you for connecting employers to the right candidates. So apply, refer, get paid with PasaJob. Hassle maghanap ng trabaho, pero sa app na to, lagi kang panalo. Nakatulong ka na, may reward ka pa. Sali ka na! Download the app to pass a job, help a friend, get a reward.
Nagbabalik tayo dito muli sa NEGOSSENTIALS. Ladies and gentlemen, sabi nga natin kanina, tuloy-tuloy lang ang ating discussion sa larangan ng aesthetics, beauty enhancements, or physical appearance enhancements. And this time, we will welcome, are you there already, Doc Maika Slatenšek. Are you there? Magandang gabi sa'yo.
Hello, good evening, Ellen. Hi.
Hi. Good evening, Doc Maika. Dr. Maika Slatenšek is the Medical Director and Principal Cosmetic Surgeon at Slate Medical Group. And welcome. Can you greet our viewers, Doc Maika?
Hi, thank you, Ellen. Thank you, viewers of NEGOSSENTIALS. I'm Dr. Maika Slatenšek, Medical Director and Cosmetic Surgeon of Slate Medical Group.
Thank you for being with us, Doc Maika. Kanina, meron na kaming initial discussions on the topic that we will just continue talking about, aesthetics, enhancements, of the physical appearance. And that's what you focus on in Slate Medical Group as well, right? Sisimulan ko na yung tanong, ha? Kasi interesado ako dito.
Yes.
We hear about the common, common services and problems that are being consulted in clinics like yours, for example, Pero ito bang nakaraang 18 months, that we've been going through? Nagbago ba ang mga popular services or mga products or mga problema na ikinukonsulta sa'yo dala nitong ating sitwasyon? O pareho pa rin gaya ng dati?
Actually, that's a very good question, Ellen. Since we've been locked down for 18 months, 2 years, so marami ang actually problems that our viewers and of course the regular customers faced, like being locked down, the weight gain, that's one. So, syempre, medyo puro grab, delivery, or of course, you don't want to go outside. So parang nawala na rin ng exercise because the gyms closed and everything. Tapos, of course, we were asked to wear the masks. So of course, lahat ng mga patients ngayon medyo nag-break out because they're not used to wearing to cover their faces or masks. So puro mga skin-related problems or acne. Pero what I've noticed actually, when I sum it up, like yung 18 months of our, hindi naman captivity, but of the pandemic, patients actually pupunta sila sa clinic And they're complaining of course, ano ba yung first thing that you see when you look at the mirror? It's your face.
Face, yeah.
And everybody loves doing selfies. It's the first thing you see in the morning, di ba? So when you look at your face, talaga, ako, tumaba ako. O kaya parang nagsag na yung face ko. Anong gagawin ko? Kaya ang dami kong breakouts. So people are like concerned about that. And I mean, we can't travel now. There's still travel restrictions. There's a travel ban. So syempre, hindi mo magagawa yung mga usual things that you do. You can't go to there was like a period na locked rin yung sa dermas and aesthetic clinics. So hindi nila magawa yung the usual routine. So like ngayon, madalas actually, when patients come into the clinic, the first thing they ask, Doc, I want my face to become smaller. So kailangan lumiit yung faces nila. In the clinic, we offer surgical, non-surgical services. Kasi you can't force everyone to go into surgery. Although I am a cosmetic surgeon, I still do dermatologic procedures and non-invasive procedures for slimming. Yun. So that's one. Lalo na uso ngayon ang hugis-bigas in other places.
Oo.
So they want to have that V-shaped contour. So lumiit yung, and then of course, minsan wala ka ng chin, di ba? I mean, wala ka ng neck. Kasi nagkakabagol chin ka. So you want your jawline to be more enhanced. So that's actually one of our popular services. Okay, what else? Sige, before I go into detail. Sa skin, of course, actually, if you see this photo, I'm surprised, everyone wears a mask nowadays. But one of the second most, you know that the second most common procedure in our clinic is lip augmentation?
Oh, really? Okay. Tell me more about that.
Oo. I mean, for some reason, kasi I guess it's something na parang nakatakip kasi yung face mo. So parang when you reveal yourself, parang to people, or when you're doing a Zoom or online, gusto nila parang medyo mas, parang bago siya, parang wow. Plus, of course, Instagram.
May surprise. Okay.
Bago.
Okay.
So lip augmentation. So I've been doing a lot of lip fillers because people just want to have that pout. I mean, there are filters. I think siguro it's because of the filters also of Instagram and TikTok, Snapchat. So lahat kasi they want to have that Kylie Jenner or Angelina Jolie. And mind you, not only the females.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Marami na rin kalalakihan. All right.
Yes. Regardless of, let's say, straight sila or, paminta. So, yes, they avail lip augmentation. Para lang
That's
to have
interesting.
volume.
That's interesting. Because, we're Filipinos, no? Parang hindi naman common problem sa atin yung problem ng mga Caucasians, or the Western people, na manipis ang lips. But then again, if we want to enhance it, why not? All right. I picked up a couple of interesting points that you mentioned earlier, no? Yung sinabi mo nga na the exposure online, no? Medyo it's ironic that while we are covered outside, when we are in real life, dun tayo covered. When we are online, hindi ba? Kapag naman na virtual tayo, doon naman tayo exposed, hindi ba? So it appears to me now that even if we're fully exposed virtually, we still want, that's where we want to be seen, like we're perfect. We have our perfect features. Ganon ba yon? Ganon yung naririnig mo sa kanila? Ito bang mga nagpapa-enhance na ito? Ito ba yung mga active online din? Or, yeah.
So actually, like for some of actually I have a lot of patients who are actually influencers already. Sometimes, minsan nagugulat na lang ako, when they come to the clinic, Doc, I want this. I want to have my lips done. I want medyo malalim yung eye bags ko. I want to have this done. And then when I check their IG, ang dami ng followers. Mga iba, mga 500, okay, mga half. And they come to the clinic na na parang want to have something done. So I guess they really do research, or they really need to actively look good because it's part of their self. They have to, look the part eh. They're influencing
Their
others.
lifestyle and what they do. Oo. Yeah.
Yes. Oo. So if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't take care of your, I mean, puro filters ka lang, but you cannot edit everything eh, di ba? It's hard to
That's
edit
true.
eh. If you use all those filters, people think, well, you're fake also. So, kailangan mo rin pangalagaan yung sarili mo, your skin, and the way you look. Because even makeup, kahit sabihin mong you do your lip fillers, lalagpas yan. When they see you in real life, ay, nipis pala ng ano ko. Parang,
That's
diba?
true.
Parang
That's
medyo
true.
fake, diba? So, it wouldn't be real. So, yes, they would come to the clinic, they would have stuff done. And yes, parang just to maintain the kind of lifestyle and what they're showing to their viewers. Oo. But I have regular patients also. Because, as you know, we're not getting any younger. We age also. So, I mean, kailangan rin natin ng maintenance, di ba? So, it's not
Yes,
good.
yes.
I mean, if you think of beauty and you think of supplements and mga facials and regimen, think of it like you're like maintaining for your skin, for yourself. It's also like part of mental health, your mental
Yeah.
health. It
Yeah.
sort of uplifts your confidence level. So kahit
Yeah.
paano, you perform better at your jobs, the way you
Yeah.
talk to people, the way you present yourself. So
It's,
yeah,
it's
I
that
think
confidence eh. It's that confidence that you're taking care of yourself, hindi ba? Doc, may na-mention kang surgery, hindi ba? And you do surgery because obviously you're a surgeon. And you also do non-invasive. Meron bang mas popular nowadays? Kanina when I was talking to our other guest, si Prince, no? And later on we will be joined by him. Na-mention niya na marami pa ring naghahanap ng non-invasive. Sa case mo, because you're a surgeon, does that apply or talagang pag pumunta sa'yo, ini-expect na or they're ready to to go through a surgical procedure?
Actually, if you notice, I'm a cosmetic surgeon, pero I'm female. So actually, a lot of people, they think I'm a dermatologist. Kasi parang medyo nababayat nila. Kung girl ka, derma ka. And then I'm doing derma. So I have to sometimes correct themselves. No, I do cosmetic surgery also. I do. Kasi kaya lang, I'm fond also of doing derma services. When somebody comes to the clinic, let's say I have no idea, first time lang. Of course, it's like talking to a patient. You analyze kung anong kailangan ng pasyente, anong goals niya, is he or she willing to go under the knife, which means hindi, malakas yung loob ko eh. Sige, doc, surgery na lang tayo. O kaya minsan you talk to them. Pwede ba yung ano muna? Kasi first time ko lang I want to start off parang dahan-dahan muna until I build my, confidence na, sige, pwede na tayo.
Confidence, oo. May takot din, no? May takot,
But
okay?
surgery is still surgery. Let's say, if you get a rhinoplasty, it's permanent. So, of course, you have
Doc,
to...
medyo ikwento mo sa akin kung ano yung minention mo na term na yon. Hindi ako familiar. At I'm
okay.
sure yung audiences din natin would be interested to know about ano yung rhino something.
Okay. So, yung pinaka parang people, they say, oh, nagpagawa ka ba ng ilong? So, yun yung parang ilong, di ba? So, the medical term is rhinoplasty, which means kunyari, having surgery. But there are different kinds of rhinoplasty. Like, kunyari, meron silicone. Silicone yung implant. Meron yung Gore-Tex or cartilage, yung kinukuha sa tenga. And there's even the more invasive ones like the rib cartilage. Pero ano na yun, medyo far ano na siya. So, the usual na pupunta, yung kasi kabisado na ng mga tao, is they would probably think rhinoplasty is either silicone or yung Gore-Tex, yung sa cartilage. But of course, let's say, you're still young, you're 20s, 20-something ka pa lang, 21, 22, and you're really not ready for surgery. Anong pwedeng services na pwede namin i-offer? Or like to see, gusto ko lang makita ko anong itsura ko, kung babagay ba sa akin pag nagpaayon. Kasi syempre,
experiment. Okay lang ba mag-experiment or temporary lang yung fix?
Yes, we have so many non-surgical na services that we can offer patients who want to go and see ano ba yung maganda kung ma-enhance lang yung nose ko. Like the fillers, hyaluronic acid fillers, which means nag-i-inject tayo ng HA or hyaluronic acid to give a nose bridge. Or lalo na ngayon, yung most popular ngayon are the threads, like the Hyco threads. They usually last around 1.5 years to 2 years to give that
Anong
illusion of
nangyayari
the
doon?
plant. So parang
Ah,
tumatangos yung ilong mo in a way, pero it's not permanent. It will dissolve, it will go away. So after 1 year, after 2 years, wala nang nose mo. So when you're ready, ay sige, doc, ready na ako. Let's go with the surgery. Yung iba naman, ayaw talaga magpa-opera kasi they really don't want to do surgery. So they just keep
yeah.
coming back to the clinic, di ba? Para
Yeah,
magpa-retouch
yeah.
sila.
Aha, so meron din gano'n, ano, medyo short term, kung okay lang sa'yong bumalik.
Yes.
So there are a lot of options. Depende
There's
sa
so many
sentiment mo,
options.
no? All right.
Mm.
Okay. And
Mm-mm.
it's you who would, of course, give them the best option, no? According to your profiling of their needs and their fears or whatever, hindi ba? Okay, speaking of which, Doc, pag pumasok, okay, you mentioned this, ano parang vaguely pa lang, ano, but I want to understand lang. Pag
Sure.
pumasok ba sa iyong clinic, mayroon ng gustong ipasolve na problema or Doc, bahala ka. Ano bang nakikita mo? Anong usual na cases?
Actually, there are different kinds of patients. May iba kasi na parang they already have a notion. They've done their research. You know, the internet is very, and they have their Instagram accounts. May mga fina-follow na yan. Doc, I want this. Pwede ba to? Ito. Ano na sila?
Okay.
Sometimes they even know the gamot and the machine that to be used. Do you have this kind of machine? Yung sa face, ganyan,
Okay.
ganyan.
Mhm.
So, may knowledge na sila na what you, and then of course, you work with them, work with their goals.
Okay.
Alam mo, parang hindi mo kailangan ito. This one you can. So, you can suggest. The goal naman is to parang find the common ground with your patient. If
Yeah.
it's non-surgical or surgical, you just need to find common ground and then work towards the goal. But of course, you
Right.
have to give them parang expectations na parang
Yeah.
naman kasi isipin na pagpasok na sa clinic mo, the next day maganda na sila. But of course, you can't say that. You have na parang magic na lang na nagbago na yung mukha nila. Of course, that only happens in the movies, I think, or in so kailangan mo explain yung realistic expectations na okay, ma'am, you have to expect may maga yan ha, mga 1 week yan, to drink your medicines and then you get ice. May swelling pa yan, may downtime, and then you will appreciate it more. Same rin with surgery or non-surgical. Laging may downtime yung mga procedures. Kahit pasa yan, magayan, you have to explain everything. Para at least the patient will expect and will not parang magulat na lang sila, Dok, bakit parang tabi niyo or ba't parang may faces to yon. So, you just need to keep them informed lang.
Yeah, and assured, no? Keep them assured
Yes.
of the expectations, no?
Exactly.
Kasi para wala masyadong gulatan, no? Yung sinasabi ng gulatan, nagkakagulatan na lang because you didn't say it. All right.
Yes.
Doc, meron ka bang mga non-Filipino clients?
Actually, I have a lot of non-Filipino clients. I've had from mga Middle Eastern, Slovakian, British, European, Korean. I've actually had Koreans already. Chinese and Filipino are common. English, Vietnamese, Thailand. Meron rin ako someone from Africa. So,
Okay.
all
Mga residente natin dito yan sa Pilipinas o mga dumadayo ba sila? Because we know that, let's say, Thailand and Korea are centers for aesthetics procedures, ano? So, ito ba ay mga residente dito o dumadayo na rin sa Pilipinas?
The others are actually living here. They're married to either Filipinos or foreigners. Foreigners sila tapos asawa nila either o kaya nagwo-work sila dito. They have businesses here.
I see. All right. And ang enhancement iba naman sa kanila because obviously iba ang physical appearance nila, iba rin yung needs nila, or do we ito personal curiosity ko ito. Meron na bang standard? Meron bang sort of I want to look like that whatever race I'm from, hindi ba? O iba-iba naman?
Iba-iba You have to
explain.
Good. Ganun din. Kasi, pero if Ellen, if you notice, I've had different, parang yun nga, yung lahi, like nationality.
Yeah.
Caucasian skin is thinner than Asian skin.
Okay.
So, mas marami silang fillers na kailangan. Mas marami silang Botox na kailangan compared to Asians. Actually, our skin is actually, that's why di ba, when we go to other countries, bata mo, you're like this.
Yeah. We always look younger than our age. Yeah.
Exactly. And then sila, at a certain age, parang, ha? Parang magugulat ka, 28
That's right.
pa lang sila, tapos medyo maraming wrinkles na, tapos parang medyo
That's
old
right.
na.
That's right.
It's because of their skin. So as
Right.
Asians, we're actually blessed with this skin. Kaya
Yeah.
pasalamat tayo. Kasi sa kanila, it's very
Mas
hard.
maraming, all right.
Maraming problema. Mas maraming kailangang i-treat with their skin.
Okay. All right. That's as far as treatment is concerned. Yung aking
Surgical
curiosity dun sa yung may peg ba sila sa look,
Yes.
sa enhance? Parang gusto ba nila na lahat na lang magkamukha-mukha na lang, di ba? Because you said the Jenners and lahat
Yes.
ba ito ang peg ng looks o hindi naman?
Hindi naman, pero
Okay.
most Caucasians, tsaka yung mga napansin ko if they're Caucasians and mga British, European, ang peg nila is the artistas from like Kylie Jenner, di ba, sina Angelina, they have that joy, yung prominent. Kim Kardashian, her lips are very full, tapos yung jaw niya talagang very defined. Pero sa atin, if you notice, Ellen, di ba, we're very into the Korean and the K-pop. So we don't want our jaws bigger. Gusto natin mas manipis. Mas smaller yung mukha. Sa kanila,
So,
pumaki.
iba-iba. Okay.
Diba?
Okay.
And then their lips, gusto nila talagang full. As in, make it more full talaga. Sa atin, some people are conservative. So gusto lang nila as natural pero very, parang volume pero natural. Pero sa kanila naman,
they want it shouting talaga. They want it obvious.
Yes, screaming talaga. But ako naman, I tell them naman, if it's too much, stop na kasi it doesn't look nice na nagmumukha na silang doc or ano. So as a doctor, kahit sabihin mong of course you need to increase sales and you need to evaluate rin. If it's too much, then it's your duty as a doctor to tell your patient na hanggang dito lang tayo because it will not look aesthetically pleasing on you when others see you also.
Yeah, that's actually my final question that you already anticipated and preempted. Kung nagbibigay ka rin ng advice na stop na, hindi ba? All right. Thank you, Doc, for those sharing, no? We will bring back Prince, no? Para mas maging exciting pang ating discussion. Si Prince naman is not really it's not a doctor at all. He is the business owner of Prince Asthetics, and he works closely with the doctor, no? So Prince, si Doc dito nagkukwento rin ng mga medyo napagkwentuhan natin kanina. And my next questions really will be addressed to both of you, no? Meron din akong ilang questions na para kay Doc, yung iba naman ay para kay Prince. Okay. Very popular. Na-mention mo, Prince, kanina, and I think this has been supported by what Doc also shared, no? Na parang tumaas ang consciousness natin, yung need natin to maintain our physical appearance, no? And it's also even related or connected sa natin, no? So non-physical health natin, hindi ba yung confidence and all, yung mga internal health natin. Because of what we've been going through, no? Mayroon ba kayong mga na-encounter na cases, no, na hindi na satisfy, na kahit na bumalik-balik na ayaw pa rin niya yung nakikita niya, and how do you address concerns like that, especially if na tama na, sabi mo nga, Doc, kanina, or wag na lang, iba yung magiging sagot mo. Paano niyo hinahandle yung ganon na situations? Let's start with Prince muna. Meron ba kayong na-encounter na ayaw tumigil or hindi na satisfy or parang hindi na nakikinig, gusto na lang niya kung ano yung gusto niya masunod? Okay. Meron bang ganon?
I'm not a medical practitioner naman, so I'm not related in this type of topic. No. However, Dr. Sibilia, Emily Sibilia, she's the one who's guiding me throughout. So, may mga cases na ganyan na ang problem nila is melasma. Yung mag-dark sa face kasi hindi nila naiintindihan na medyo mas malalim na yung problem nung pigmentation. Akala nila in just one session natatanggal agad.
All right.
So, minamanage naman namin yung customer expectation. We explain everything, but still minsan may hindi pa rin talaga nakakaintindi because of course nagbayad sila. So they are expecting instant result. So meron talaga.
Yeah. No, Prince, I guess, i-rephrase ko lang. Meron ba kayong kliyente na na-achieve na niya, pero gusto pa niya ng bago pa, gusto pa niya mag-enhance pa, ayaw tumigil, gusto nang halos mabago na yung itsura niya. Mayroon ba kayong ganong cases? Wala
Yes,
naman. Meron
madami.
din. And you have to stop them or in-entertain nyo lang sila?
Uh, ini-stop namin pag hindi na kailangan. Kasi
Pag hindi
sometimes
na kailangan.
addicting eh. Especially
Addicting.
sabi ni Doc sa lips, di ba? Minsan, nakaka-addict yan. Gusto mo, mas malaki pa, malaki pa, malaki pa. Hindi na bagay.
Talaga ba? Okay. Doc, yung kanina na-mention mo, yung sa lips lang, I mean, I would say, hindi naman ganun ka-major yan dahil, it's just one part. Pero yung iba ba, yung gusto na halos ipabago lahat. How do you manage a client like that?
Okay. So, minsan kasi, when we look at a client, so makikita mo na, okay, hanggang dito lang talaga magagawa ko. Na usually, yun na yung limit. Pero if the patient, Doc, I still want more. Gusto ko pa more banat, gusto ko pa more lips na ganyan. Tapos minsan, it's a bit hard to explain na parang, ito lang yung limitation natin. And you wouldn't look, natural. So, what siguro yung ginagawa ko is I divert. I actually do a diversion. Which means I focus on other areas and point out other problems din sa pasyente. So let's say masyadong nag-focus yung pasyente sa face niya. But which means yung ibang areas like yung katawan niya o yung neck niya hindi natin napansin. So I would say, alam mo, let's leave your face muna. Let's focus on your neck. Parang maraming wrinkles yan. Let's tighten it muna. Tapos tingnan natin yung face mo pag kailangan pa. So parang yung patient, ay oo nga no, parang kailangan ko pa ng ano. So, medyo masasayk mo na yung pasyente na, oh, I need something else. Okay, ay, sa katawan naman niya, parang masyadong malaki yung braso niya, gusto niyang lumiit. So, you just divert them a little bit. And then, of course, they would focus, kasi psychological nga eh, they would focus on something else. And then after that, nakalimutan na nila. And then after that, by the time na they ask you for this, it's either they forgot about it, they have another problem, tapos sabi, sige, we'll just maintain it with something parang slim, pang maintain for your skin naman. So you just divert it. It's easy.
Yeah. Okay. Those are good points, You can actually share your pointers then with each other. Pero yung I think what I'm picking up from that is your role also, as the advisor. More than just your advice. Kailangan meron din kayong point of view and of course meron din kayong stand as to how and when they should stop, hindi ba? Or they should control at least. Hindi naman kailangan na totally stop but control or divert as you said. Okay, babalik lang ako sa negosyo part of this of this conversation. Marami na tayong narinig na very insightful sharing on the psyche of your clients, the demands nowadays, etc. Sa larangan ng negosyo. You mentioned kanina na Prince, parang naging unexpected din, unplanned din, mabilis yung naging growth ninyo. Same with Doktora din. Doc, dumami rin ang mga kliyente due to the pandemic, hindi ba? Okay. Pero madami ring competition. Prince was not there when you were there years ago, Doc, hindi ba? Or sino pang mga bagong pumapasok sa industriya? How do you stay competitive? I don't know the actual products or the services that you offer. I have a vague idea of at least the things that you address. Pero I have the impression na halos pare-pareho naman. Meron kang version ng nose Rhino, may version dito ng Rosa, etc. How do you stay competitive and how do you keep your clients coming to you? Ikaw muna, Doktora, this time.
Okay, sige. So actually, yeah, you're right, Ellen. Marami kaming actually, especially Metro Manila nga lang, maraming doctors who perform actually the same procedures. Yeah. Maraming even aesthetic clinics who also give the same services. Mm-hmm. So how do in my case, paano ko ask my clients to keep coming back and to be loyal, diba? Syempre. First of all, I guess parang you really need to build the name for yourself, the clinic or a brand. Number one yun. And of course, sa akin I had to parang Before, I was doing everything. Pero for
Mm.
some reason, I sort of parang found my niche in fillers, which means parang I focused on face contouring and then
Mm.
lips. And then
Mm.
I just, parang yung craft ko, I just had to hone it. And then I focused on that. And then for some reason, when I had a lot of patients doon, kasi nga pandemic, ang dami nagpagawa ng lips eh. It sort of grew. Word of mouth, and then I had to boost, of course, well, some on social media, and then word of mouth, and then from influencers also na ginawa ko. And then from there, syempre, the patient comes to you naman, hindi lang naman isa papagawa niya eh. They come to you
Mm.
for something, say for lips, but they'll ask you to do this, to do that. And then of course,
Mm.
I think the important is you to take care of them. Once they come to your
Yeah.
clinic, you treat them like part of yung parang patient, and then they're your family. So kailangan i-follow up mo sila. Oh, kumusta yung treatment mo? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are there any bruising? So gusto nila yung aftercare kasi sometimes punta ko sa clinic tapos na. No.
Mm.
So the job isn't done after that. You need to
Right.
follow up the patient para to see na parang if maganda yung
You
treatment
care.
mo.
You care.
Yes, you care about them. Yun
Yeah.
naman yung important eh. And trust also. You have to
Yeah.
develop a relationship between the doctor or the staff with the patients. Let's say, okay, fine. You will encounter problems. Walang business na walang problema. Meron hindi satisfied na patient.
Yeah.
Na parang hindi parang nag-work yung skin ko or parang hindi pantay yung isang treatment ko, yung fillers ko. Ask them to come back. Ask them to follow up. Tapos, syempre, ano mo na yun, part na ng ano mo yun, na if you have to fix it, you have to fix talaga something.
Yeah.
Bigyan mo sila ng another free treatment
Yeah.
or something para lang maayos yung problem.
Yeah.
And of course, we will appreciate you for that. Kasi nga, yun naman yung gusto natin. Eh. We want to feel appreciated. Kasi we of course, we spent money. Nagbayad tayo for that money. And we want to get our money's worth.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
yun, I think
Serbisyo pa rin, ano? Serbisyo. Because when all the machines are the same, serbisyo yung mag-iiba. And Prince, what can you say about that?
Since natakil na ni Doc yung how to take care of the clients, of course, very important yan. So, yung itatakil ko naman is regarding on how you will make the client come to you. Nag-focus din kami sa interior design, especially I worked in Canada for 8 years. So, na-experience ko yung magagandang interior. So, in-apply ko sa clinic namin. Aside from that, we make sure na updated yung mga machines namin.
Yeah, okay.
Alam mo yun, nakaka-attract kasi din ng tao or ng clients yung magandang clinics, and then sobrang babait na mga estheticians at well-trained. So malaking bagay para pumunta sila. And also, we give also a cheaper price para yung mga class B and C nakaka-afford and na-experience din nila yung ganitong aesthetic treatment.
Oh, I have to thank you for the generosity, because what you're sharing really is how you do your business, or your ways to keep your business afloat, and how you thrive in your businesses, no? And it takes generosity from business people like you, and I truly appreciate that, because that's how business works. No, if we actually want to succeed, we have to help each other succeed, no? And if we help each other succeed, it's the industry that we are helping, hindi lang yung ating sariling business, hindi ba? So, yung pag-share ninyo, kung merong mga nanonood ngayon na who already own probably their little businesses, or kahit na malaki na yung businesses nila, these are really practical and realistic pointers, no, that our two guests are sharing right now. From how to attract customers to how to keep them going and trusting your shops. And of course, you as a doctor, Doc, and as a business person, you, Prince, as well, hindi ba? Meron tayong baka surprise ito sa inyo, hindi nyo ine-expect na magjo-join sa atin, ano, na pangatlo nating guest ngayon na mag-share din ng experience nila. But before we make him come in, or maybe magjo-join na lang siya once ready, meron akong isang clarification sa inyo, because you mentioned, hi. Well, you mentioned social media at related ito sa ating kasama ngayon. But before we interview you guys, itong tanong sa social media, no? You push your brands there. Doc, sinabi mo kanina reputation is important. Your brand is important. Is that true for you, Prince, as well? Is that an effort that you are exerting now, building your reputation, your name in social media?
Yes, of course. Especially nowadays, most of the people talaga social media. Actually, wala nang nanonood masyado ng TV. Social media na lahat. So, malaking tulong yan sa business and reputation. Siyempre, kukuha ka ng mga maraming followers para makatulong na ma-spread yung business mo all over the country or even outside.
Okay. And that's true for you, Doc, as well.
Yes, actually, a lot of my clients, when I ask them, oh, who did you refer? Kasi way back, let's say 10 years ago, lang, mga 8 to 10 years ago, when I ask the patients, when they come to the clinic, sino nag-refer sa'yo? Usually it's word of mouth. Ginawa mo na yung pinsan ko, ginawa mo na yung
I
yung
see.
classmate ko. But nowadays, social media is the thing. They either, Doc, nakita kita sa TikTok. Doc, I follow you in Instagram. Nakita kita sa ganito. So, actually, the quote which says, out of sight, out of mind, it really applies to this business. Kung hindi ka
Okay.
visible, kung hindi ka nakikita, people don't know you.
Oh,
So,
that's
in
good
that
to know.
diba? So, in your business, you need to be seen. You need to be known. So,
Yeah.
of course, you have
Positively, of course. Positively.
positively, of
Yeah,
course.
positively. I'm glad to
Yes,
hear that because I'm in the business of advertising and clients out there, you need to be
yes,
seen, you need to be heard, you
yes,
need to build your brand and you need to advertise. All right, now let's welcome Yuki Ito. Hi.
Hi, hello,
Good
hi.
evening, Yuki.
Good
It's so
evening,
nice to see
everyone.
you. It's so nice to see you.
Same
Please
here, nice to
greet
meet
our
you.
Nice to meet you, Yuki. Please greet our viewers first and introduce yourself, Yuki.
Hello po, magandang gabi sa lahat ng viewers natin. And ayan, enjoy nyo lang itong mga kwentuhan natin kasi ako kanina pa ako nakikinig, Miss Ellen, and ang dami ko napupulot.
Okay, ang dami mong napupulot and you know why you're here, right? Because you will also
Of
share.
course.
You will also share some insights and even actual experiences sa larangan ng physical appearance enhancement at aesthetics, hindi ba? Nandito ang
Parang
ating
wala akong idea dyan, Miss Ellen.
all natural. Just
Oo.
kwentuhan mo kami dyan. O gusto mo ba gawin nating game ito na ano ang nakikita niyong na-enhance? Hindi, huwag natin gawin yun. All right.
Well,
Yeah. First, you're here and this is the topic. Have you gone through any aesthetic enhancement?
surgical and non-surgical, both
Ay,
po.
wow!
Ayan, sobrang
Interesting.
dami na. I started when I was, I think, 17 or 18. I started putting Botox on my face. When I was that young pa ha, ganun kabata.
Okay, interesting.
Yes.
Ano ang dahilan? Dahil payat na payat yung mukha mo?
No, I was chubby then.
ang
Oo,
Okay.
ang chubby ko. So, I have this insecurity. Siyempre, pag college ka, di ba, yung mga classmates mo, ang gaganda ng shape ng face, mga athlete friends mo, and then ikaw, medyo chubby cheeks ka. So, parang yung feeling ko, yung insecurities ko, sobra talaga, as in, sobrang lala.
At a very young age.
Yes.
All right, okay. Botox ang una mong inavail.
Yes.
And immediately, I guess, you experienced the change in how you
Of
felt and how you
course.
look like. Okay.
Yeah. And then after ilang years ko yun talagang parang ininda yung burden na, oh my gosh, I'm chubby, I don't want to be chubby, I want to look thin, I want to have a
Okay.
thinner face and all. And then after that, nung na-achieve ko na siya, nag-undergo ulit ako with other treatments, which is mga surgical naman na. After I joined The Voice of the Philippines, I decided to do my first nose job.
All
So
right.
that's,
Okay.
yeah.
Ito yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina, Doc, no? Na rhino and very common pala itong nose job sa ating mga
Filipinos,
clients,
yes.
no? Lalo na sa Filipinos, no? Ito yung putting the bridge, I guess. Ang ganda ng ilong mo nga. Ang ganda ng
Naku,
ilong mo.
thank you.
Manipis, di ba? Manipis at matulis na siya. Yun bang standard, Doc and Prince? Ito bang standard na ilong na inaasam-asam ng ating mga kliyente? Yung manipis na matulis.
Yes, actually, frankly, kasi we're Asians, eh. We have that. We're sort of cursed with the unless na lang you have like Spanish, we
Blood.
don't have a bridge talaga. So for Asians talaga, we need a bridge, and of course, we want our noses to be a little bit parang mas maliit
Manipis.
mas manipis siya, thinner and or alar. Actually, frankly, I have had cosmetic surgery also. I've had I have a Gore-Tex right now, and I'm very happy with it kasi before, actually, when you see my previous pictures, medyo malapad talaga yung nose ko, but I know it
Talaga ba?
really helped it really helped my self-esteem. So I do believe na parang ito talaga yung gusto ng mga Filipinos na to achieve that high
Alright.
bridge nose. Mm-mm.
Oh, that's nice. Yuki, aside from that ilong, ano pa ba ang pinagawa dyan? Ang gwapo mo
Naku,
eh.
anda.
Talaga?
Well, madami. No, kasi,
Look, yeah.
Shamelessly
yung
saying marami. Sige,
my first,
kwento mo kami
my
dyan.
first surgery kasi, yung nose job ko nga, yung major surgery ko, hindi siya nag-turned out into something that I want.
Aha.
Oo, na-botch talaga siya. As in, nasira yung nose ko. Kasi
Oh.
nga, somehow ako kasi yung kind of client, like kanina yung kinikwento ni Doktora, na ako yung hindi tumitigil. I want
I
more.
see. Okay.
Oh, that's
You want
me.
more.
Ako yun. Kaya kanina I feel guilty. Sabi ko, ako kaya itong kinikwento ni Doktora.
Like,
Oo, kasi talaga
Okay.
that's my personality. I want the more, the better. It's
Okay,
it's
good
like
thing that
that.
you have a doctor to stop you kung hindi na kailangan.
Yes, oo.
Okay.
And then, so nasira yung first nose ko, yung gawa, and then pinaulit ko ulit with the same doctor, and hindi pa rin naayos. So that's
Oh
the
my
time.
God, that's traumatic.
Very traumatic. And then 3 years ko yun, dala-dala. As in, 3 years akong malungkot, 3 years akong ayoko ng show, tinapos ko yung contract ko with ABS. Kasi nga, I needed to stop because I don't want to be seen on television. Because yung confidence mo, alam mo yun, yung self-esteem mo, wala na, sobrang down and all.
Yes.
And then I finally met my fairy godmother, si Doktora
Ninang.
Maika.
Ayan, Ninang. Okay, Ninang
Oo.
Maika. Ayan. So,
Siya
yung,
talaga.
the rest of what you have on your face is, ano na to?
Yeah,
Na
it's because
final
of
na yan.
Slate, yes.
Okay,
Oo,
Slate
it's
yan.
because of
Slate ang
Slate
gumawa
na.
niyan. Okay. At may satisfaction na ba ngayon?
Of course, and I'm very spoiled. Like alam mo yun, sometimes tinatanong niya ako, sige, ano pa yung sa tingin mong gusto mo? Sabi ko, Dra, I think I need pa here, Botox pa here. Kasi I'm a kind of person na I don't want lines. Parang
Okay.
for me, pag may lines ka, even when I'm singing, when I'm acting or performing or doing anything, when I see lines, parang feeling ko, oh my God, I look old. Kahit normal naman pala yon. I don't know.
Yes.
Oo, no,
At some point,
normal
lalabas
pa
ang
siya.
linya.
Oo, pero si Doktora,
Okay.
ini-spoil niya ako. Okay, sige lang, spoiled
Okay.
kita.
Bata ka
Pero
pa naman yata. Okay.
Yes, but what's good about Doktora nga, she knows when to stop the client.
Yeah.
Like for example, my lips kasi, I tend to overdo my lips eh.
Okay.
Sobrang addictive ako with lip fillers. And I guess yung mga viewers natin, no, listen from the experts. Let's not parang do it because we want it. 'Di ba? Syempre sila yung nakakakita eh. Sabi nga nila tawag dito, hindi mo yan mapapansin with yourself.
Yeah.
Other people will
You're the
notice
last to
it.
notice. Yeah.
Yes. So parang for me kasi beauty is subjective eh. It's how you tawag dito, define your own beauty. But sometimes we need other people then
to tell you.
define, di ba? To tell you the truth. Kasi alam mo, before, si Doktora nga lang nakapansin, sabi niya, Yux, I think yung lips mo sobra na. Tapos ako, parang feeling ko, no, doktora, I want it pa. Sabi ko, which, by the way, I have a schedule with doktora.
Pero papadagdag na naman.
Magpapadagdag na naman. Prince, naririnig mo din naman yung pointer na to, no? Spoiling clients when you have the business is also very important. Especially in this area of aesthetics, no? And feeling good. You are in the business of making clients feel good, hindi ba? So,
course.
part of making them feel good is not just to help them enhance the physical appearance, but to make them feel good about themselves. Of course,
Exactly.
nasa tao pa rin yan. At the end of the day, Yuki, it helped you a lot through the years, right?
Of course, of course. And I'm very thankful and loyal to my doctor. Kahit sino nag-offer talagang decline. Kasi nga,
Ayan.
alam mo yon, it's a matter of gratitude eh.
That's true.
When I was really down and having my depression because of what happened to my nose, si Doktora Maika talaga yung tinakbuhan ko. And she's the one who
That's good.
fixed it. She's the one who made me feel beautiful again.
That's so
Oo.
nice to hear. It's good to hear, that people, regain their self-esteem, the good feeling about themselves. Kasi lahat tayo dumadaan din sa up and down, and that's your roles, guys. Those are your roles, guys, hindi ba? Beyond the technology and the know-how in the business, it's really how to support your clients, and it feels good to hear that from a satisfied client. I'm sure, Prince, meron din kayo mga magpapatotoo na happy, although mas baby pa ang business mo, Prince, hindi ba? Medyo baby pa, but kahit na yes. Doktora, nagsimula sila at the peak of pandemic. So,
Ayun, wow.
baby. Yes, but tuloy-tuloy ang pag-grow ng business na ito, and I'm sure you've been making a lot of difference in your clients' lives, right? Okay, huling mensahe. Pero iti-trigger ko ng question, ha. Pumili na lang kayo ano yung gusto ninyong i-tackle dito, no? So from the point of view of a client, of a satisfied client, ano ang masasabi mo doon sa specific natin, ha, para hindi general yung mga message ninyo. Okay, gawin ko mas specific, ha, para pointed talaga. Yuki, yung mga kabataan, because that's a very interesting part of your story, of what you shared, that at a very young age talagang naatake ka ng insecurities at ano ang mai-share mo. You don't have to advise, pero yung mai-share mo na pinagdaanan mo and how you dealt with it. Ano ang naging bala mo to overcome that phase in your life, no? Sagutin mo 'yan, and then kine-doktora naman at of course kay Prince, kung merong mga nag-a-aspire na magtayo ng ganitong business, at I'm sure marami out there, guys, hindi ba? Kasi even the technology is available, even the schools, no? Di ba mayroong mga nag-o-offer na schools, if you want to learn this business and be trained, or even pursue your degree, pwede rin naman. Ano naman ang masasabi ninyong paghahanda na dapat nilang gawin, no, para magsimula, no? Aside from that, piliin nyo kung gusto nyong sagutin yon, or yung isa naman ay isa kong tanong naman, paano nyo pinipili ang mga collaborators ninyo, yung mga influencers at yung mga products or mga machines na ina-acquire ninyo, paano nyo yung pinipili? Okay, Yuki, handa na kaming makinig. Sa'yo muna. And then isunod natin si Doktora, and then of course Prince. All right?
I think dun sa mga young audience natin, best advice na mabibigay ko based on experience to. I mean, if you feel like hindi ganon physically beautiful yung tingin nyo sa sarili nyo, it's okay to undergo surgery, non-invasive or invasive, okay lang yan. But just make sure that you go to the best doctors. Diba? Kasi syempre, sometimes when we were young, parang feeling natin, oh, let's go here kasi ito, nakita ko, ganito yung gawa niya kay ganito. Hindi siya ganun kadali. You need to talk to those people, to those doctors talaga, heart-to-heart talk, kung alam ba nila yung gusto mo, yung goal mo, you need to set a goal eh. Ito yung gusto ko, and then pag nakuha ko na yung ganitong look ko, I'll stop na. Kasi tama talaga si Doktora na sometimes gusto mo nang i-overdo yung sarili mo because of your insecurities. You don't know when to stop, diba? And it's really bad. It will cause you harm. Physically, emotionally. Kasi nga, syempre, hindi mo na alam na mukha ka ng Donald Duck. Diba? You don't know when to stop eh. Kasi nga, you're enjoying the feeling of, first, anesthesia is very addictive. Diyos ko, I'll be really honest with that. Every time na may emla na yung mukha ko, whatever it is,
okay.
oo, hinahanap ko na talaga siya na, Doktora, I want that pa. So, Doktora Maika knows that. I'm very addictive with surgeries. But just know when to stop. Diba?
And learn to listen. I guess learn to listen.
Learn to listen, yes. And do it when you can afford it. Diba? Hindi naman yung gagawin mo siya nang hindi nagbebenta ka na ng atay mo or what not, diba? Kasi syempre yung mga kabataan, they can't afford it pa naman eh. Not unless born with a golden spoon ka. Or, I mean, may consent dapat ng parents mo. Alam mo yun, wag tayong sugod ng sugod sa isang laban if we're not sure about it.
Okay.
Diba? Yun lang naman po yung sa akin. Dapat talaga think. And of course, before I end, wag nyo nga hayaan i-define kayo ng ibang tao. It's your life, it's your body, it's your money. So don't let other people define your own beauty. Yun lang.
Thank you for that award-winning answer, Yuki. No, thank you so much for that very rich sharing and very sincere, no, and very honest. No, I admire you for that, Yuki. No holds barred, and you just totally shared what you felt there. Thank you so much, Doktora. What can you say? Yung aking tanong kanina, yung mga nagsisimula, ano pwede mong sabihin sa kanila? Gusto pa lang magsimula, at kung gusto mong yun ang sagutin mo, or yun naman paano mo pinipili ang iyong mga influencers at ang iyong mga brands that you carry in your shop, in your clinic?
Okay. I think I'll start with the brands and the influencers because it's also a good topic. When you're starting a clinic, a lot of companies will start approaching you. Hindi, maganda tong product namin na to, maganda tong brand ng fillers, maganda tong brand of Botox, maganda tong machine. Of course, if you're starting a business, you need to test all the products. Kailangan before even bago mo ilabas sa public. Ako, I have my preferential machines. I have my preferential brands. Why? Kasi you do not just believe kung anong sasabihin ng salesperson na this is good, this is ganyan, gamit ni ganyan. Kasi unless na lang first hand mo siya na-try, na-test mo siya sa subjects, and see, okay, this brand isn't good pala. So, I guess sa clinic, in our clinic, when somebody asks me about a brand, a particular brand, I'll give an example, like Botox. The Botox I use is from H&B Pharma from Korea. That brand, let's see, there are a lot of Korean brands of Botox, pero specifically that brand, I went training. I've seen their plant in Korea, and every year I go there for training, for seminars and workshops. So I know na this brand is FDA approved, this brand is a good company, kilala siya, and clean, centralized, and maayos yung pag-produce nila ng product. So you really need to do research kung magandang brand yung kine-carry ng clinic mo. I've had news, not me, from other sources, na mura nga yung brand. They buy this Botox, they buy this filler. Pero 1 month, 2 months, wala nang effect. Anong magiging effect dun sa clinic mo? Siyempre, papangat yung reviews ng clinic mo. Ay, tayo dyan.
So, ingat na ingat ka sa
Yes.
pagpili. Okay.
Exactly. I've had my share of of course, may mga nagpa-try naman sa akin, tapos ginamit ko, Dok, parang 1 month, 2 months lang. So, if ever na ganun mangyari sa akin, okay, come back, let's fix it. Siyempre, kasi nakakahiya naman, di ba? And I just tried like a brand na, Dok, subukan mo naman yung brand ko. So, now I learned na, yun, if you're starting a business, you should be very careful and be very meticulous with brands. With machines naman, of course, a lot of people will, especially the suppliers, magde-demo sila. So have the machines tested first.
Yep.
Pa-demo mo, and then, of course, tingnan mo yung credentials, maganda ba yung after sales nila.
Yeah.
Kasi
Okay.
some people, you buy it cheap. You can buy so many machines in Lazada. I-ship nila sa'yo. Paano yung after sales? Paano kung nasira? What are you
Okay.
gonna do? Diba?
Yeah.
So, yung mga ganun, yung little things, like kailangan maganda yung after sales. And of course, if you're starting, hindi naman ganun kalaking kapital mo. If paano kung hindi kayo group, you just
Oo.
wanna start na mag-isa ka lang o dalawa lang
Oo.
kayo. Dapat medyo yung company na pipiliin nyo, maganda yung flexible yung payment terms.
Okay.
Kung magiging hulugan siya.
Aha.
Another, I think side question, I think you're asking, Ellen, about the influencers. How do
Influencers, pumipili ka ba ng influencers or natural silang dumarating din sa inyo?
Before, like Yuki, I think somebody referred May iba kasi parang nagre-refer, and sometimes they message the clinic na, do you do collab? Uso na kasi ngayon lately.
Oo.
Do you do
Yeah.
collaborations? Do you do, na parang will post in a story? So,
That's right.
I have actually parang a marketing team who actually decides kung okay ba to, and then of course we check the followers. And then
Okay, good.
sometimes kasi parang you need to check also kung is this influencer ba, kasi there's some influencers na madami silang followers, but the buying capacity of their viewers hindi ganun kataas. Parang view lang ng view. So you have to check also who's viewing na, okay, yung followers ba niya may capability ba to go to the clinic, to purchase, to buy services? Kasi yung iba sometimes they just look Like in TikTok, halo kasi yung viewers dyan.
Yeah.
But if you would notice, I don't know, I bet kasi you're already in the marketing and sa advertising and getting clients, iba yung viewers ng Instagram. Profiling.
Yeah.
Instagram and Facebook.
That's right.
Instagram, people who do Instagram mostly, actually, napansin ko sila yung medyo parang A or B-ish di ba? May mga C rin, pero mostly they're the ones who have the capability. But Facebook, actually, magugulat ka. Although kasi, I think Instagram medyo millennials, di ba? Yung market for millennials. Kasi sila yung mahilig mag-stories. Facebook, I think it's mga Gen X, and then above na.
Boomers,
so, there's still a buying capacity for that. O nga pala, so it really depends on kung saan ka malagay. Minsan kasi, you have, like me, for example, my practice actually started with transgenders. I had a lot of transgender patients, mostly trans females, female. And then lately, nagkaroon akong, for some kasi when social media became more popular, now nasa millennial population ako. When patients ask me, Doc, may mga ka ba? Yung may na-encounter ka ba yung mga more surgical? I have little or konti lang na medyo 60s, 70s. Everyone's younger than me.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, I'm 44 years old. So, I try not to look 44, but of course,
Huwag tayong pumunta sa edad. Magsi-50 na ako sa December.
I have to look 30 or less, di ba? Mga 30. So, yung niche mo, kung saan ka ba, bata ka ba, or kung gusto mo, dun ka mag-focus sa matanda.
That's good.
So, I guess the business owners should either parang, kung medyo
plan it out, no? Kung anong gusto talaga nilang pasukin.
Kung saan nila gustong
ilagay, i-position yung kanilang business. Yeah. In fact, Doc, kanina you mentioned focus. That's also a good point, no? A good point. I mean, if you can't be everything, just find that niche or find that specialization that you can focus on. Thank you so much for that. Thank you very much. And of course, Prince, anong iyong huling mensahe, Prince?
Siguro yung ma-advise ko dun sa mga aspiring businessman is first, mag-seek sila ng guidance from the Lord, of course. Kasi sometimes most of us, gusto natin magnegosyo pero hindi natin alam kung anong business yung gagawin natin. Hindi natin alam kung alin yung magsasucceed o hindi. Especially ako, I'm not a doctor. So, I'm a salesman in Prada before. So, parang anong negosyo, di ba? So, every time I pray, sabi ko sa kanya, I don't know what type of business. I don't know when. Just please give me a business. And then suddenly, yun nga, nag-start sa RF, tightening of, and then ito siya, nag-doon na siya. And ang mapapayo ko siguro, once may capable ka na, create your business, and may budget ka na, wag mong titipirin ang puhunan. Kung kaya mong ibuhos lahat, ibuhos mo. Kasi ang uso ngayon, sa panahon ngayon, pagandahan. Kapag hindi ka maganda at normal lang yung clinic mo or kung ano mang business yan,
Yung machine mo or yung products.
lalagpasan ka lang. You need to fight. Iba na yung laban sa industriya. Kailangan na give all your best talaga. So yun lang.
Right. Thank you so much. I think related din yan sa sinabi ni Doc kanina. Find the best product, hindi ba? And most of the time, the best would cost you, no? And it doesn't hurt to invest kasi business nga eh. Kailangan talaga nating magsimula ng tama. Alright, parang ang bilis ng panahon ng oras. Naka more than 1 hour na tayong nagkukwentuhan sa pagpapaganda at of course sa role ninyo bilang agents of beauty. Yan ang itatawag ko sa inyo, no? And yung beauty na ito, hindi lang from the sharing of Yuki, no? Hindi lang pala talaga to beautiful looking, no? Beautiful feeling din ang naidudulot ninyo sa mga kliyenteng or customers ninyong nasa-satisfy talaga sa mga produkto at serbisyong inavail nila sa inyo. Thank you so much for being with us here at NEGOSSENTIALS. Doc, Maika, Yuki, of course, Prince,
Thank
and
you.
pagpalain ang inyong mga businesses, no? Tomorrow, in the coming days, in the coming weeks and years, may you fulfill all the objectives and goals of your businesses and satisfy your customers. Mga
Amen.
kaibigan, maraming salamat sa inyo. Ang ating pong show na NEGOSSENTIALS ay open for sponsorships and collaborations. And if you want to feature your businesses, your brands, please email us at boulderchannel@gmail.com. And of course, just follow us at the Boulder Channel and there's always somebody to answer your inquiries or your messages. Ang show po natin, na NEGOSSENTIALS, ay nag-air alternately with Legal Life. Kaya next week ay makikita nyo naman, mapapanood nyo naman si Attorney Ange Medina sa show na Legal Life. After NEGOSSENTIALS, later, susunod naman ang Curve TV with Architect Patch at 7:30. So mga kasosyo, bawat araw walang bibitaw ha. More clients sa inyong lahat na nagnenegosyo out there at more inspiration, more guidance para sa mga nagsisimula pa lang. And of course, continued success para doon sa mga veterano na sa larangan ng negosyo. Whatever you are doing, you are contributing to your clients and to the economy of our country. So ituloy nyo lang po yung inyong ginagawa at pagbutihin ninyo ang lahat ng inyong ginagawa sa negosyo araw-araw. Magtatapos po tayo ngayon. Medyo nag-overtime tayo dahil napakasarap ng ating discussion. So I wish you all the best, mga kanegosyo, kasosyo, at kayong mga nasa bahay, dinner time. Have a good evening and please stay safe. Have a nice evening, everybody.